Hi, I'm Will Townsend, Vice President and Principal Analyst with Moor Insights Strategy. I manage the networking and security practices for my firm. Joining me today is none other than founder and CEO of Zscaler himself, Jay Chaudhry. Jay founded Zscaler in 2007 with the idea that in an increasingly cloud-based world, the legacy security model offered by traditional VPNs and firewalls could not provide the kind of protection enterprises needed against modern-day threats. Discarding the castle and moat approach and moving to Zscaler's pioneering zero trust model of connecting users and workloads directly to applications and the resources they need, never putting them on the network, has been hugely impactful in the industry and quite successful. And today we're going to talk about 15 years of Zscaler's innovation. Jay, welcome. It's great to talk to you again.
Well, thank you. 15 years, an exciting journey.
Yeah, it's simply amazing from my perspective. 15 years in the tech industry is an eternity, right? I mean, it's mind blowing. But I'm wondering if we could talk a little bit about the early days, and what were some of the key factors that led to sort of your realization that security had to change?
I have been in the startup world in security since late '96, when internet security kind of became an issue, and I did multiple security companies, point products around firewalls, VPNs. And I realized that they weren't working. CISOs were tired of these boxes. They called it appliance fatigue. And I got inspiration to start Zscaler from Mark Benioff. He had started Salesforce. I have been using Salesforce and NetSuite since year 2001. When each was under $10 million in annual sales. He basically said, on-prem software makes no sense. Let's build it as a SaaS service. My notion was, if applications move to the cloud like Salesforce and NetSuite, and if users become mobile, why should security boxes be sitting in the data center? They should be in the cloud, borrowing the ideas from Salesforce. We built a cloud-native multi-tenant architecture.
Well, I'm wondering, how difficult was it in 2007 to convince customers that Zscaler had a better approach?
Yeah, it was challenging. Okay. Look, forget about security. Even embracing cloud,
right?
Customers are saying, cloud? Is it going to happen?
Right.
And we were going to be cloud security as the next level. When I would go and meet security operations people, they will say, what do you mean I give up my boxes?
Right.
There are some box huggers out there. But then I start to meet CISOs, because CISOs will drive this kind of change. But it's very exciting when the large customers like Nestle, Schneider Electric, they became customers fairly early on. It's like, wow.
Rest is history.
Rest is history.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's shift the conversation a little bit. I know that during the pandemic, a lot of companies really stepped up to help customers with this journey. A lot of customers were just completely unprepared.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about what Zscaler did to really help customers with this transition?
Yeah, so Zscaler was meant for the world that COVID forced. Zscaler said, no matter where your applications are, no matter where users are, I will provide you secure, fast, and reliable access. No firewall, no castle and moat, no VPNs needed. It was zero trust architecture. Even though the word zero trust wasn't popular when I started the company. But our notion was, we are the switchboard, we are the exchange in the middle.
Right.
A user comes to us, we validate, who are you? Where are you going? Are you allowed to go there? Are you carrying any dangerous stuff with you? If all passed, we connected them to an application. We never put them on the network. The notion of having company network did not matter for the Zscaler world. So we're the opposite of firewalls and VPNs.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic, when I would go and talk about you can work from anywhere over the internet, and many CIOs and head of networking said, you're crazy. Network is so important for us. And suddenly COVID showed that you can work from home or wherever without ever using the network you have in place. So it changed the mindset of CIOs and network. They realized that, oh, this can be done. So suddenly we had so much demand for our services.
Right.
And we felt gratified that we are able to help so many customers. Because at the end of the day, economy depends upon people being able to work.
Absolutely.
And we enabled millions and millions of people to work from home during this tough time.
Right. And that provided needed income for people. That provided, the ability for companies to continue their business operations.
Absolutely.
So it's not without, insignificance at all.
Yes.
But, you touched on Zero Trust. And from my perspective as an analyst, I spent a lot of time in the industry with a lot of different companies, and I see a lot of whitewashing going on.
Yes.
A lot of people claiming Zero Trust. I'd love to hear from your perspective where Zscaler is different and also how you're delivering a more complete solution.
So Zscaler is as different for Zero Trust from firewall and network companies as an electric car is different from a traditional car.
Okay.
Both of them look pretty similar from outside. And if you do traditional checks, can you go from place A to place B? Do you have 4 wheels? Do you have 6 seats? Do you have AC? They all check it out.
Yeah.
You open the hood, they're very different. What's happening is Zero Trust architecture, which is the opposite of network security, which says don't secure the network. It doesn't matter. It's about securing data. Data is sitting with applications, or users accessing data needs to be secured. Applications accessing data need to be secured. So they all connect through our switchboard. What do firewall companies do? They're all worried that they're getting disrupted. So they want to hijack. They want to say, I'm not just Zero Trust 1.0, I'm Zero Trust 3.0 or 4.0.
Right.
All fluffy marketing. I understand why they do it. Because they need to kind of not become kind of useless. I mean, they want to protect themselves. But they're doing a big disservice because
they're confusing the market.
They're creating a false sense of security. And companies are getting breached all day long. I think we need more advocates who are talking about real Zero Trust. NIST has done a good work in this area. Our customers are very happy and excited. We got over 40% of Fortune 500 companies who depend upon Zscaler. And they get on the stage, they talk about how they had done transformation, having better security, and saving money at the same time.
What should we expect in the next 5 to 10 years?
The change is accelerating. Technology is accelerating. Internet has become the corporate network. Now, the next wave of things we see coming is 5G. 5G.
I'll write about that a little bit.
5G will kill your local area network because every PC, every mobile device will come with built-in 5G. You're going to have full access to anything from anywhere.
Sure.
And then also, there's so much data being collected, so much. For example,
and generated as well, right?
Generated.
Like connected cars.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. There's so many signals being collected. They could be processed to do all kinds of stuff. Today, Zscaler is the largest security cloud. We do about 250 billion transactions a day.
Wow.
That means 250 billion logs are created. About 3 trillion plus signals are created. Using AI ML, we're able to figure out so much stuff and really find bad guys before they come and hit our enterprises. So AI ML will play a much bigger role. And companies like Zscaler, who actually have the network effect, will always deliver better security and better user performance than a newcomer says, I got this cool tool.
Or the best AI algorithm or whatever.
Algorithm without lots of data.
Or it's useless, right?
It's not.
Because you need data to train the algorithm.
Exactly.
And you just stated a few pretty impressive facts on just the amount of data that you capture on a daily basis.
It's amazing. And we are getting more and more useful information out of it. This one CIO said, Jay, I'm driving ESSA, E-S-S-A. She said, eliminate simplify, standardize, and automate. That's the kind of world we enable.
Well, Jay, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I learn something new every time, and I want to congratulate you and the Zscaler team on celebrating your 15 years of innovation.
Well, thank you. We all learn from each other every day. Thank you for making time.